You've been living since February, since you've been home.
I've been in like 4 different shelters. They kicked me out, and I sleep on the train. I slept on the train last night. And I just stopped at Dykeman stop and try to go in the store, steal some deodorants and sell them.
And are you worried about getting arrested again?
I think I live better in prison than I do in the street, honestly.
And what was the most serious charge that you were convicted on?
Attempted murder and robbery. My friend went up to a cop undercover, tried to rob him. He pulled his gun out and shot my friend, and I shot back at him. It made the news and everything. The helicopter landed on top of the building. I did belly in, and they bum rushed the house and locked me up. That was 2004.
What would you like people to do? Like you say, you're reaching out to people, but
I would like to tell my story. I want to talk to kids, and I want to tell them I was in belly because I didn't have parents. I was 12 years old, running around South Jamaica, Queens with a gun, smoking weed. And everybody like, yo, Shorty smoking weed, he ain't got parents. And that's when they swing hooked me up with Powerful, who knew Wu-Tang Clan, and they got me in belly. And then that made me a little worse because I didn't have parental guidance. So now I got hood status. Now I got a gun on me. Now I got money. I got access to stuff that a child shouldn't have access to only because of the movie. So it just made me more ruthless and dangerous, you know? And that's when I got arrested for shooting somebody in 19. And he was right. What up, Shorty? Man, niggas up mad early getting that paper, huh?
Yo, I got bagged, my son.
What happened?
Thursday, I got bagged.
Well, what happened,
Fucking
son?
with this nigga on the fucking roof, man.
On the roof?
Yeah, man.
What you doing?
Shot this nigga, man. And I got still burning, man. Shit's just getting hot. See? Just got whole shit down. You know what I'm saying? Got the bulletproof vest.
Can I talk to you for a minute? Can I talk to you, man? Yeah, boy, yeah, man. Let's get real with it, man. You know what I mean? Belly, when I was growing up, was a hit, smash hit. I know a lot of people with the reviews with movies didn't like it for real. You know what I mean? And they say they didn't get the promotion, and the picture wasn't good to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? They felt like it was a bootleg Tubi movie or whatever. But like I say, man, I seen this guy, you know what I mean, Shorty from the movie or whatever. And I remember, man, a lot of my kids, all my kids got nicknames from the movies I used to like. ATL, right? With T.I. and, you know what I mean, Lord London and all them, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Nunu. Nunu is what I call my daughter. Shorty, this came from, I kind of got a little wrong, but I used to like the movie Fresh. And, of course, Belly. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to call my son Shorty. You dig what I'm saying? So the Shorty came from Belly and the Shorty came from Fresh, but I think I got it wrong with the names or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, Fresh was one of my favorite movies growing up. Fresh, Belly, them type of movies, man. I come from the hood, G. You know what I'm saying? That was my favorite movie. When I'm with Mom Dukes, you know what I mean? I used to love the 5 Heartbeats. You know what I mean? That was one of my favorite movies. Me and Mom Dukes would sit down and watch them 5 Heartbeats. Man, I'd be in that motherfucker with the broom. I'd be thinking I could sing and do moves and shit. You know what I'm saying? The Temptations. You know what I mean? I watch all the singing movies with Mom Dukes. That's my thing, you did. I love them movies, man, from back in the days, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember when they came out with the goddamn New Edition. I said, I couldn't wait to watch New Edition. Where I say Shantae with something from my mama back in the day. I seen that. I said, I'm going to go check it out, man. All them musical movies and behind the scene rap joints, all of that. But to get off of that, let's just talk about this, man. I see the young man, bro. And he said the character that he played in Belly was his real life, man. Running around with guns, smoking weed at a young age, you know what I'm saying? You know how we grew up in an environment where we was taught it was okay to be reckless. You dig what I'm saying? Now he living a life of pain, in and out of jail, robberies, gunplay, you know what I mean, using medication to try to numb the pain of the things that you're going through in your environment. You dig what I'm saying? Losing out on opportunities as far as money and having to get it the rough way. You dig what I'm saying? We celebrate that in our community, bro. We celebrate the destruction of the young man, the young women, you know what I'm saying? They celebrate it, you feel me? And I was all a part of the same thing that they was a part of. You dig what I mean? Thinking this was the right way to move around and stuff like that. You dig what I'm saying? Quick money, get your little popularity up, get your little chick that you like, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? But we was taught wrong. We had to reteach ourselves. For a lot of us didn't have a father in the home. You know what I mean? My father spent most of his time in the penitentiary or jail, man. Never knew who he was character-wise. I seen him every blue moon, man. If you got a full moon in Norfolk, Virginia, I mean, that's how many times I seen the motherfucker, man. Or one of them shooting stars and shit. That's how I seen them, man. Every 10 to 20 years out this bitch when I was growing up, man. You dig what I'm saying? So all you got is your mother in the neighborhood. The neighborhood was your father. Let's be real. All the OGs from the hood was your father. And whatever the fuck they was into, drug dealing, robbing, whatever the case may be, we was into that shit too. We was cool with that shit because that's what we grew up under, man. Your mother gave you the Christian background, you know what I'm saying? And she wanted you to follow God. But you know what I'm saying? As you was following God, the money wasn't coming fast enough. So you got on the block and you started hustling, doing whatever the heck you had to do to make some money. And when I heard his story, we all came from the same destruction mindset from the community, bro. And it's a sad thing to see people get burned out like this. Even the other young lady that was on that LL Cool J show from back in the days, and see her in Atlanta, you know what I mean, using medication now. You know what I mean, toe up one of the beautiful little young girls on these little TV shows, man. You feel me? So it's crazy out here, man. I seen it, man. I was like, damn, that's diabolical to see that young man toe up like that. But we all came from that same struggle, that same mindset, that same thinking process. You dig what I'm saying? Right or wrong, bro, that's all we had was that. It was our hood, our OGs in the neighborhood, man, the families that we put together, you know what I'm saying, to survive in the neighborhood. And that mindset we grew up under, man, in survival mode. You dig what I'm saying? So, like I said before, man, we just was product of our environment, G. And that's all we had sometimes, man. I grew up in foster care and stuff like that, having my mama till I was like about, 13, 14 and going into foster care. You dig what I'm saying? So the rough things that we had to experience during those times, and we had to gravitate to what made us who we were at that 13 and 12 age. You know what I'm saying? And that was our neighborhood, man. Child apart is what it was. You dig what I'm saying? So all we had was the neighborhood, especially when you ain't got your mama, you ain't got your father, you got foster care, and some of them families didn't care about you. You had your neighborhood. That's what I would always do every weekend, and whatever the fuck it was, I would go back to the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy the festivities. You know what I mean? As a young age, smoking and drinking. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was, man. This was my family. You know what I mean? Because I ain't had no fucking family. You dig what I'm saying? So Tyler Park was my motherfucking family. And whatever came with that shit, what it was. You know what I'm saying? If they had beef with somebody, I'm jumping in that shit too, man. Somebody swing on one of my people from my hood, I'm jumping in that shit too, man. You dig what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? But like I say, man, we trying to stay prayed up, man. Put God first, love our kids and family, and be better fathers and better examples than what we had. You dig what I'm saying? Because we had some real fucked up experiences as kids. You dig what I'm saying? But like I said, our neighborhood was all we had. Tyler Park was all I had. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But like I said before, man, I understood that story completely, man. You dig what I'm saying? Because we was poisoned by the environment, man. Our mindset had never changed, man. But that's my piece on that. I'm out, G.